If I lost everything, my properties, my money, my contacts, but I still had my knowledge, how would I rebuild my real estate portfolio? I've been at this business for around 25 years. I built a really nice portfolio, and now I get to teach people nationwide how to do the same I did over the years. But if I had to start all over again, right, I'd follow a simple, powerful path. No need to recreate the wheel, right? And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I do. In fact, I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions. There's actually 7 steps you need to follow. And it doesn't matter who you are, no matter where you're starting from, these 7 steps to redo everything all over again apply to you. So I'm up for the challenge. How about you? Let's get started. Here we are with step number 1. Step number 1 is I would fix my mindset. I would have to ask myself the question and have deep reflection and prayer and wondering, why did I lose it all? Okay? Why did I lose my money, my properties, my contacts? What happened? It probably started up here, right? And the same thing with you. If you are just starting out and you can't get started, it's probably starting right here, because it's not money that builds wealth. It's how you think about opportunity. How do I know that? It's because we have students that join our program with a lot of money, but no wealth. Okay? And then we have students who don't want to join our program because they have no money and they think they need to have a lot of money to buy commercial real estate, and you don't. That's a falsehood. All right? Here's what you really need. Number 1, your mindset needs to have a little bit of grit. Okay? All right, grit is a passion, a determination on a long-term goal, such as buying commercial real estate. Okay? Number 2, you need to train your mind to see deals before anyone else does. How do you do that? Okay? These 2 are all about mindset. Now, number 3 is you need to educate yourself on real estate investing like your life depended on it, because it does. Let me give you a quick example of what we train our students on. There's a training that we give. It's called the Real Estate Leverage Ladder. Okay, a picture of it will appear on the screen. And what it is for students that come into our program. We get to educate them on the basics of how to buy commercial real estate. We educate them. So we take this newfound knowledge and we leverage it with the little bit of money they have to do deals. Okay, and this leverage ladder starts off with them having a little bit of money. They'll do wholesaling and then master leasing, seller carry first, seller carry second, and then ultimately using other people's money. Okay, so this leverage ladder is a mindset and education to get you started. Okay, so all of this has to do with your mindset. Got it? All right, so let's go to step number 2. Got questions? Simply text the word Peter to 833-942-4516 and we'll help you. Here we are with step number 2. Step number 2 is to start small but think big. Now, when I'm starting over, I am not going to wait to save money. I am not going to wait for a windfall. I am going to use other people's money. Now, you as the beginner, how do you raise money as a beginner? How do you do that? What you do is you hire a Peter Harris. That's what you do. We have many students who come in our program with not knowing how to raise money with no experience. We teach them that all the time. If they can do it, you can do it. The next thing I would do is I would choose a niche, okay? And I would target small multifamily, 5 to 12 units, solid markets, good neighborhoods, and with the rent upside, so I can force the appreciation, make the properties worth more, and have the deal more attractive, okay? Why would I do that? The reason why is there are more deals like this, okay, the 5 to 12 units, than there are of the larger units, okay, the 100 units, okay? There are more deals like this. I have more to choose from, and when I have more to choose from, I can find more motivated sellers that will allow me to do this, okay? Next, the second reason why is raising money on smaller multifamily deals is easier, okay? especially for beginners. Okay, if you are a beginner, you do not want to raise money for a 100-unit apartment building from the start. You don't want to do that, and probably you can't do that. Okay, all right. And number three, it establishes momentum. You need to get started, okay? Because you're coming back, you're recovering, or you're just getting started. It reduces analysis paralysis. Got it? Which many of us suffer from, especially us engineers. So this gets you out the box and gets you to start momentum, okay? On targeting smaller multifamily to redo and your portfolio. Got it? All right. So let's get started on number three. Here we are with step number three. Step number three is I'd focus 80% of my efforts on finding deals. The reason why is good deals attract money. And here's what I would do to find the good deals. I would focus on off-market deals, okay? And the categories would be tired landlords, baby boomer owners or older owners, multiple property owners, people that own more than one property, and then absentee owners. And a lot of these people are, their properties are not performing, okay? These middle two categories, guess what? Comprise over half of the types of deals that we closed last year in our company, company-wide, okay? That should give you a hint. Now here's the formula. You're gonna locate these owners, you're gonna develop a relationship with them, that's right, okay? A relationship with them because this business of multifamily and commercial real estate will always be a relationship-based business, always be, okay? Doesn't matter how much money you have, what school you went, the color of your skin, it doesn't matter, okay? Relationship, relationship, relationship. And then number three, you need to learn how to analyze their deals quickly, okay? So I have a video that's gonna appear on the screen. It's on how to analyze a multifamily deal in 5 minutes or less. Watch that video. And lastly, one of these deals that you find over time by putting 80% of your time and efforts on finding deals, one of these deals will turn into the deal because all it takes is one deal to dramatically impact your financial life forever. Let's go to step number four. Every successful commercial real estate investor has a mentor. Get mentored by me and my team by applying to be our next protege. Click the top corner. Here we are with step number four. Step number four is to build your startup team, okay? This is not your whole team. This is your startup team, the team that you need to get started to create momentum to get you closer to buying your deal, to getting it under contract and actually closing. You need these four, okay? Number one would be to get a local experience, okay? Local and experienced, okay? Property manager. You need a local and experienced property manager to help you to determine if the neighborhood is good or not, what the trends are, what the vacancy rates are, what the rents could be on your 1 and 2 bedroom, and someone that you know well enough that can do a drive-by for you and be your boots on the ground. Very important person to have, okay? Number two on your team is a lender who specializes in multifamily lending. You do not want to use a lender that specializes in doing a lot of single family home lending, and then on the side, he'll do a multifamily loan for you. Don't hire your cousin who does that, okay? You need to hire someone whose primary focus is on multifamily and commercial lending. It's a different animal. It's different lenders. There's different underwriting. There's different terms, and there's different relationships they can have to maximize your loan, okay? And number three is to hire a local multifamily real estate agent, not an agent who sells single family homes. If your agent you want to hire focuses on single family homes or dabbles in it, that's not your person. You want to hire a multifamily real estate agent that primary business is multifamily. There's a lot out there. You don't hire your cousin who primarily focuses on single family homes, buying and selling, and he'll find a multifamily for you. You will not be successful, okay? You need to hire that expert. He understands vacancies, who the lenders are, who the inspectors are, what the cap rates are. He understands all that. This agent doesn't. Got it? All right. And then lastly, hire a mentor. You can hire us if you want. A mentor will show you where to start, how to start, hold your hand, avoid the pitfalls. If you're starting over, you cannot have another pitfall. Okay. And number three, accountability. You need that if you are starting over again or just getting started. All right. That was step number 4. Let's go to step number 5. Okay, here is step number 5. Step number 5 is to be obsessively focused on raising money for your down payments. Okay, what does that look like? I know some of you are thinking, Peter, I'm a beginner. I don't own anything, or I only have single family homes. How do I get someone to trust me with their money? How do I raise money? Okay, here's the answer. Okay, because we teach this to our students all the time. Number one is you don't need to be perfect. Okay, you just need to be prepared. So we can prepare you really professionally to present your deal to potential investors. Number two, really important, everyone's got imposter syndrome, right? And you're thinking, Peter, I'm an imposter. Here I am, I have little money, I have no money, and I'm acting like I'm some big shot wanting to raise money for my multifamily property, right? So everyone's got imposter syndrome, including me, right? So the trick isn't to hide it. Okay, the trick is to hide it. It's to walk in more prepared than anyone else, because that leads to number 3. When you know you've done your homework, you control the room. Okay, so this whole thing goes back to step number 1, which is to fix your mindset. Okay, so we're talking about if I had to start over again, what I would do. And I'm teaching you this so I can tell you what to do as well. That's what I would do. Okay, I would control the room by doing 1, 2, and 3. Now, let me give you something very practical to do. There's this video I produced. It's called Raising Money is Easy When the Deal is Right. So in that video, I share with you the 3 keys to raising money for a good deal. So check out that video. All right, let's go to step number 6. Ever wondered how pro investors find and analyze deals for maximum profit? How to secure financing even if you're a beginner? Or attract and keep tenants for steady passive income? Commercial Real Estate for Beginners delivers simple, actionable steps to master it all. Tap the link on the top corner for your free copy today. Here we are with step number 6. We're almost at number 7. Now, I started this video off by saying if I had to start over again, right? And if I had to start over again, that means I failed. And I failed because I probably messed up here at number 6, okay? Number 6 is to master cash flow and systems. What are the systems? The systems are the 4 M's of operational excellence. Imagine you have this property, okay, an operating multifamily property. You are going to have these 4 M's. The first M is you're going to have to manage money well. You're going to have to manage the management well. You're going to have to manage the marketing part well. And then you're going to have to manage the maintenance well. Imagine this is a 4-legged stool, okay? Now, today, I guarantee you, if you were to find a non-performing multifamily property or property that's failed or a distressed multifamily property, one of these 4 M's is not working, or maybe more than one. Okay, let me show you how this works. Let's say I mismanaged the money on this property. If I mismanage the money, you know what's going to affect? It's going to affect the maintenance. If it affects the maintenance, guess what? It's going to affect my marketing, right? And then the whole thing will collapse. See how this works, right? So if I mismanage the management, what's going to happen? Most likely, the money's going to fail. If I can't manage the money well, how am I going to keep up with the maintenance? This is going to fall down. Do you see? So all 4 are connected, and all 4 need to be managed very well. These are the 4 M's, the systems of operational excellence, okay? Money, management, marketing, and maintenance. Don't ever forget that. So next time when you are looking at a property and it is distressed for whatever reason, examine one of these 4 M's. I bet you one of these or 2 of these M's are not working in an optimal way. Got it? All right. So that's step 6. You'll need to master cash flow and systems. This is what we teach our students all the time once they close their deal. All right, let's go to the very last step, which is step 7. Last but not least, here we are with step number 7. Step number 7, I'll keep it short. Step number 7 is to understand these two things, okay? Number 1 is the best time to have bought real estate was 5 years ago, okay? The second best time is today. Got it? Okay, and number 2, I just want you to acknowledge, okay, if you're starting over or you're about to get in, or want to get in, acknowledge that making life-changing money for you and your family, especially in multifamily real estate, it's a long game. Give yourself some time. But the most important thing is to get in and get started and then give yourself some time. There's a saying that says, don't wait to buy real estate. Instead, buy real estate and wait. Okay, got it. So I'll leave you with this. As I was finishing up my conclusion here, this Rocky 3 movie, one of my favorite quotes came up, and it goes something like this. So Apollo Creed, his training partner, was training Rocky in Rocky Part 3, and Rocky was just failing. He had a loser mindset, was depressed and all that. And then Apollo Creed knew that the goal was big, and he jumped in Rocky's face, and he says to Rocky, "What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow." And that was just an awesome quote, right? And that should fire up anyone, including you. There is no tomorrow. So if I was starting over, that's the mentality that I would have. I would have a mentality as there is no tomorrow. Get started now. Got it? All right. So here we are with the 7 steps real quick. Step number 1 is fix your mindset. Step number 2 is start small, think big. Step 3, go after off-market deals. Step number 4, build your startup team. Step 5, be obsessed with raising money. Step 6, master cash flow and the 4 M's. And step 7, be in it for the long game. Got it? All right, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Go ahead and click on the like button. If you want to get more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and we'll send more your way. If you want to get mentored, go ahead and click on the link and a link will appear. You can sign up and be interviewed. But I just want to say thank you and I'll see you at the next video. Would you like to work with me? Every successful commercial real estate investor has a mentor. Learn more about my Protege program right here.